Hey you, ARK noob, do you need some help cheating or spawning in stuff or using admin commands now that you've picked it up on PlayStation for the first time? Or maybe you're trying ARK for the first time on any other platform in 2022? Then I'm going to show you some of the most useful commands, how to give yourself and Dinosaurs experience, how to make you and the Dinosaurs almost invincible, how to get around the map, get out of trouble if you're stuck on a rock or inside a cave because this game is buggy as heck, as well as a whole bunch of other commands. With maybe the most important, how to give yourself any item if the creative mode isn't working. I've already shown you guys how to activate the creative mode, but it does only give you the chance to spawn in items that you can craft and make yourself. Whereas a whole bunch of other resources and items that you might want to get hold of quickly, I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So do leave a like, go and check out the 1,000 videos of ARK I've covered over the years. Many of them are guides and tutorials, and let's go. Okay, so more commands. If you press the triangle, square, L1 and R1 buttons at the same time, it should bring up the admin box when you're in the pause menu. This is how you're going to input all the commands that you can do on PC, as well as obviously all the consoles. Now there's a tick box that you can turn on creative mode if you want quick and easy in the actual general settings before you start the game, but you can turn it on just by typing in GCM. This will give you exactly the same controls as creative mode. If you're playing on a rentable server or your other friend's server or dedicated server, sometimes you have to type in enable cheats before any other cheats can be used. And you may have to put the password in for that server if it's a dedicated server. I have done guides on this and I probably will do a fresh one for it. But otherwise on single player, you don't need to type the word in cheat. You just simply put the command in. A lot of the cheats I'm about to show you, you can turn them off just by directly putting in the same command you use to activate them. I showed you how you can fly with creative mode on, but another better way is typing the word fly. Literally zoom around just as quick as using the GCM command. You actually get a bit more control this one, you won't shoot past as much. So it's probably a better one to get around the map. To turn this off, you need another command, and that's walk. Couple other quick ones to help if you get stuck. Maybe you're not a big cheater, but you do just want to make sure you can play the game. It's easy to get stuck between rocks. Sometimes you might get stuck in a cave. Something might not load in correctly. So for that, you need to type in ghost. And you'll pretty much be able to go through the mesh. Now be careful, if you fall into the water underneath the mesh, it can set off a cycle where you'll just keep basically falling through the world. To fix that, you either have to exit out the game, or you might get lucky if you time it just right. When you're just above the land, type in walk to get rid of the ghost mode. As said, it's good for getting out of places. Sometimes you can get stuck within rocks or in certain caves. So if you use GCM or you've got creative mode on, you should have unlimited ammo. There is an issue sometimes though, that you might need to craft at least one bullet for some of the guns to actually work. And you sometimes need to change the gun from one gun to the other. Another kind of ammo tool you can use is infinite ammo or toggle infinite ammo. Maybe you don't want to cheat everything and you just want to have unlimited ammo, well you can use this and it should work the same way. If you want to explore the island without getting attacked by dinosaurs, maybe you just want to scout out stuff first. So instead of just using something like God mode, which makes you invincible, if you don't want the dinosaurs to harm you, maybe just explore, then type leave me alone. The dinosaurs will instantly go about their business, and even if you do aggravate them, they won't actually come for you. So useful if you just want a peaceful explore or you are in building mode. Maybe you want to get to the next level in experience and you don't want to go through the grind. Well, you can go ahead and give yourself a bunch. Type in add experience, leave a space, type in the amount that you want, leave a space, then you need to type in 1 or 0 whether or not you want to share it with your tribe, or whether or not it'll actually show with your tribe members that you got some, then leave a space and then type in 1 or 0 again. Pretty sure it's meant to be that 1 doesn't share with your tribe, but actually it's 0. And you will notice a small little flash up. You can see it's popping up on the left. You can see I've got a bunch of levels now, so you can go ahead and maximise your character and do what you want with. There's loads of stuff out there that will tell you exactly how much experience will get you to a certain level, so go and check it out. To add experience to a dinosaur, it's the same command, but instead you mount the dinosaur, and then you'll be able to go ahead and level up your creature. Just like that. If you want to level up a dinosaur that you can't ride, it's slightly different. Type in give XP to target, leave a space, type in the amount, 0, leave a space, 0 again. Make sure there's 2 E's, give XP to target. And there you go, you can go ahead and level up dinosaurs that you can't actually ride or are shoulder pets. Maybe you're not a serious cheater, maybe you just want a little bit of help sometimes to alleviate the grind. One of them grinding things is trying to get high level dinosaurs. You have to run around an area, killing all the low level creatures or any creatures in that area to hopefully generate or spawn some high level creatures that you want. Same thing goes if you want to colour certain dinosaur. Well, there is an easy way to do it. It affects the whole map though, and it will get rid of all wild dinosaurs. It's usually advised that you do this maybe once or twice every few days. The game naturally does this, that's why dinosaurs eat each other. And eventually it does restart some. But it's a good way to refresh all the creatures in the game. And it's simply destroy wild dinos. They'll disappear before your eyes, and then eventually they'll start spawning back. It can take up to 10 minutes sometimes for all the creatures to spawn. So it's not something you want to be doing every 2 seconds. And you can also go ahead and just destroy certain classes of dinosaurs. If you only want to destroy a certain type of dinosaur, like I said, to see if it will spawn higher level ones, type in destroy wild dino and then add classes. Then you need to leave a space and you've got to type in the dinosaur that you want. Now it has to be the actual command name to spawn them in. And you can find a bunch of these on the wikis. Then underscore, then character, underscore, BP, underscore, C. This should destroy only them creatures, so you have a much better chance of finding higher level ones or certain coloured ones that you want. If night time's a bit too long, you can go ahead and change it to day. Type in set time of day, all one word, leave a space and type in the time. If you put 10, it will be 10 at night, so you have to actually use maybe earlier numbers, so like 9 o'clock in the morning. And there you go, it's now daytime. Now one that's pretty similar to GCM and obviously using creative mode is infinite stats. It will refill all of your stats in one go when you use it. So you might just want to use it briefly just to give yourself a quick heal before carrying on your adventures a little bit more legit. And to turn it off, you just type in the same command again. But yeah, you'll basically have unlimited stamina, unlimited oxygen, and you pretty much won't be able to be killed unless a dinosaur has got around 400 or 500 actual damage. So you can get killed by like a really powerful creature, but it's basically going to give you almost unlimited health. Also another version of infinite stats, you can actually give infinite stats to your dinosaurs. Just literally put infinite stats. So give infinite stats to target, leave a space, type in the amount, leave a space, 0, leave a space, 0. And your dinosaur shouldn't run out of stamina, should have unlimited oxygen. So if I do it on the void worm just to show you, you can see its stats are completely full now, even though I'm using lots of stat based attacks and stuff and flying around. It should also work the same way that if you give or type in infinite stats while riding a dinosaur, that should be another way that you can give it to them. Now I've shown you guys obviously creative mode where you can spawn in all the crafted items, but maybe there's an item that's not craftable. So for this one, you need to type GFI and then you go ahead and start putting the name of what the item is. Now you don't have to use the full name, you can actually just type something small. So say I do want silica pearls, we can put silly, leave a space, how many we want, so let's do 40, leave a space, and this is going to be the quality of the item. So for armor and weapons you can make it ascendant. It's still random chance though, so if you put 1 it will give you basically a common item. If you put 1 or 2 it might give you the next level like ramshackle, and it goes up like that. So if you put like 9 or 10 you might get a chance of getting ascendant. But if you want the most OP saddles and weapons and stuff, then type in 100. The last number should be to do whether or not it's going to be a blueprint or an item. So you can craft blueprints, so if other players want to be able to craft the stuff you're making, you can make it a blueprint by typing in 1. If you leave it at 0, it'll spawn in the item. So in my code I've got GFI, leave a space, silly, then I've left the space, then it's the amount of them, so 40, leave a space, then it's the quality. I'm just keeping it as 1 because you can't really change the quality of pearls. Leave a space, then it's 0, whether or not I want it to be a blueprint or an item. Not everything can be crafted, obviously, so it won't work if you put a 1. But any tools or weapons or armor pieces, if you put 1, it should craft a blueprint, and then you can keep reusing that blueprint to craft more items. And doesn't necessarily pop up on screen, but you will see it in your inventory. And there we go, we've got all the silica pearls we need. So for any items that you can't craft with creative mode on, that's how you can spawn them in. Looking up the wiki, you'll find the names of them. If I type egg, let's see what happens. It will give me 40 dinosaur eggs. So you get the idea. Search up the item that you want, find out the code for it, or just give it a go and call it what it is. So if I type in chitin, I should get a bunch of raw chitin. Although be warned, your spelling still has to be a bit correct. It'll basically spawn in whatever it can find with code names like it. So yeah, you do have to still make sure your spelling's okay, but you don't have to always put the whole word in. And there we go. As I said, you can find the whole list of every item on a wiki and other websites if you want to spawn something in directly. Maybe you've lost something due to a power cut, or the game's crashed on you and you've lost all your inventory and you're a bit pissed and you just want to spawn some particular items back in, then that's the way to do it if you can't enable creative mode. Hope that's helped. Go and check out all my other guides. Like I said, I've done over 1,000 ARK videos. Many of them are guides and tutorials that will still be relevant today. So go and check them all out on my playlist. And until next time, bags, I'll catch you later.